Guys, screen and voice. Please confirm in chat box. Guys, please confirm. My screen is visible. Right, yes. Today, today we are going to discuss launching virtual missions using EC2 service. Launching launching virtual missions using EC2 service. Launching virtual missions using EC2 service. Guys, tell me, if you want to create virtual missions, what we required? What we required to create the virtual missions? See, yes. See here, if you want to create virtual mission, we required all these things, guys. To create EC2 virtual mission, if you want to create EC2 virtual mission, what we required, guys? Observe carefully. Not these things, guys. Not these things. To create EC2 virtual machine, we required all these things. What we required? AMI is required. AMI is required. And key pair is required. Key pair is required. Next, EBS is required. EBS is required. Next, BPC is required. Next, security group is required. Security group is required. If you want to create the virtual machine, right, we required all these things. If you want to create the virtual machine by using EC2 service, all these things are required, guys. Right? Then only you can able to create the virtual machine. What we required, guys? AMI, Amazon Machine Image, key pair, right? Elastic Block Store, virtual private network, security group. Right? AMI stands for what? Amazon Machine Image, key pair, EBS, Elastic Block Store, VPC, Virtual Private Network, Security Group. These 5 things are required to create the virtual machine. Understand, guys? If you want to create virtual machine, either it is the Windows virtual machine or a Linux virtual machine, we need these 5 things. What 5 things are required? AMI. AMI stands for Amazon Machine Image. Amazon Machine Image. Next, we require key pair. Here, key pair means you will get 2 keys, guys, public and private keys. Public and private keys we will get. Right. Next, EBS, Elastic Block Store. Elastic Block Store is required. VPC, Virtual Private Network, is required. Virtual Private Network is required. Next, security groups are required. In this security groups, we are going to configure inbound and outbound rules. Inbound and outbound rules we need to configure. Inbound and outbound traffic we can say. Inbound and outbound traffic we need to configure in the security group. Have you look into this, guys? To create the EC2 virtual machine, we require these 5 things, guys. AMI is required. Key pair is required. Elastic Block Store is required. Virtual private network is required. Security group is required. Then only we can able to create the virtual machine. So now we'll discuss one by one, guys. We'll discuss one by one. What is this AMI? Amazon Mission Image. Amazon Mission Image. Right. What it will provide, guys? It will provide a template, guys. It will provide a template to create a virtual mission. To launch virtual mission, this AMI is providing one template. One template, guys. It provides a template. It provides a template to create virtual mission. To create virtual mission, right? If you want to create virtual mission, right, the AMI is providing one template for you. By using that template only, we are going to create the virtual missions. By using the template only, we are going to create the virtual missions. What templates are available? Right, what templates are available? See here, right, we have Windows. If you want to create Windows virtual mission, then Windows AMI is available. Right, if you want to create Amazon Linux virtual mission, then Amazon Linux VM is available. Amazon Linux AMI is available. Right, if you want to create Ubuntu virtual machine, Ubuntu Linux, then it will provide Ubuntu Linux AMI, Ubuntu AMI it is providing. Next, Red Hat AMI it is providing. Red Hat AMI. Right. Next, Mac AMI, etc. Like this, we have several AMIs are available, guys. AMI is nothing but what? One template which we will use to create the virtual mission. It provides a template to create a virtual mission, guys. These are the right AMIs. Windows AMI to create the Windows virtual mission. Right, Amazon Linux AMI to create Amazon Linux virtual mission. Ubuntu AMI to create Ubuntu virtual mission. Red Hat AMI to create Red Hat virtual mission. Mac AMI to create Mac virtual mission, guys. AMI is going to provide one template to create virtual missions. Okay, next, guys. What is the next one, guys? Key pair, guys. Next one is what? Key pair. If you want to create Linux virtual mission, key pair is required, guys. To create the Linux virtual machine, key pair compulsory required. For security purpose, we require this key pair also. Right here, what we have, guys? Key pair is kind of a lock, guys. It is a kind of lock to secure our EC2 instance. Right, to secure our virtual machine, this key pair is going to work as a lock. Right, to secure our virtual machine, key pair is going to work as a lock. To secure our virtual machine, key pair is going to work as a lock. Right, we will use key pair to connect with the virtual machine EC2 instance securely. We will use, if you want to connect with EC2 instance, compulsory key pair is required. We will use key pair to connect EC2 instance securely. We can connect with the EC2 instance by using this key pair. Right here, key pair is the combination of public and private key. Key pair is the combination of public and private key. right? So AWS will store public key and it will provide private key to us. AWS will store AWS will store public key and it will provide private key for us. Right here, AWS two key base combination of public and private key will be generated, guys. Public key AWS only will store, private key it will provide to us, guys. AWS will store public key and it will provide private key to us. Right, guys, using this public key and private key we are going to connect with EC2 instance. Using this public and private keys we are going to connect with EC2 instance. Have a look into this, guys. What is key pair? Guys? Right. Next, what is third one? EBS, Elastic Block Store. Elastic Block Store. What is this Elastic Block Store, guys? By default, this is kind of storage, guys. By default, at the time of creating EC2 instance, right, some root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance, guys. Right, at the time of creating EC2 instance, by default, EBS root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance. By default, EBS root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance. Guys. By default, EBS root volume, some storage, guys. Volume is nothing but storage. EBS root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance by default. Only at the time of creating EC2 instance, EBS root volume will be attached. And if you want, you can add additional volumes also. That we will discuss in EBS. At the time of discussing Elastic Block Store, I will show how to create the additional root volume, how to attach the additional volumes to the EC2 instance, right? How much space we can able to put inside the additional volume, right? All those things we will discuss. Let's see, guys. Initially, at the time of creating EC2 instance, by default, EBS root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance. How much space you will get, guys? How much GB you will get? See, guys, suppose if you are creating Linux virtual machine, right here you will get 8 GB space by default. Right, for Linux virtual machine, by default we will get 8 GB space. 8 GB, we will get 8 GB, right? Suppose if you create Windows virtual machine, for Windows virtual machine, by default, by default, we will get 30 GB guys. For Windows by default we will get 30 GB. Right, for Linux mission we will get 8 GB only. Right, see here, if you want we can increase the volume size based on the demand guys. Right, if you want you can increase the volume size. You can increase the volume size. If you want you can increase the volume size based on your requirement. Based on your requirement you can increase the volume size also. See guys, by default EBS root volume, see guys, whenever we are creating any mission, some space must be required to run the operating system. Some space must be required guys. That's why at the time of creating EC2 instance, by default some space will be added, some space will be attached to that EC2 instance to run our or to run our operating system. See guys, that space we will call it as root volume. Root volume guys, by default this EBS root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance. If you create Linux virtual machine you will get root volume 8 GB. If you create Windows virtual machine you will get root volume 30 GB. Right, based on our requirement, if you want you can increase the size of the volume also. Instead of 8 GB you can take 16 GB, you can take 30 GB also if you want. Clear guys, what is EBS? So next one is VPC. VPC stands for what? Virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. What it will provide? VPC will provide private network for us to connect with that EC2 virtual machine. VPC will provide network for EC2 instance guys. It will provide network for EC2 instance. It will provide network for EC2 instance. Right, to connect with that EC2 instances we need network guys. To connect with EC2 instances we need network for that. What it is providing guys? That VPC is providing a network for EC2 instance. And if you want to connect with that EC2 instance we need that network guys. We need that network. Right, next one is security groups. Security groups, this is very important. And if you want to handle the traffics, this is security groups is very important guys. And we will use this security group to allow incoming and outgoing traffics. We will use guys in the middle. How can I please wait? At the end I will unmute and you guys can ask your questions. Right, we will use security groups. We will use security groups to allow incoming and outgoing traffics. We will use security groups to allow incoming and outgoing traffics, guys. And inside the security groups, we have inbound and outbound rules. We need to configure those inbound rules and outbound rules. See, guys, suppose for Windows virtual machine, if you create Windows virtual machine, right, from outside, if you want to access that Windows virtual machine, we need to enable RDP protocol. To access Windows virtual machine, to access Windows virtual machine, to access Windows virtual machine, right, we need to enable RDP protocol on port number what is the port number, guys? The default protocol, the default port number. What is the default port number for this RDP protocol? 3389. Port number 3389, guys. To access Windows virtual machine, we need to enable RDP protocol on port number 3389. To RDP only from outside you can able to access the Windows virtual machine. That RDP we need to enable as a inbound traffic. That RDP from outside request is coming to this virtual machine. From outside request is coming, inside request is coming to virtual machine. That's why we need to configure this one in inbound rules. Inbound rules we need to configure this one, guys. To access Windows virtual machine, we need to enable RDP protocol on port number 3389. To access, same here, suppose for Linux, right, Linux, what we need to do here, we need to enable SSH protocol on port number 22, right, SSH protocol on port number 22, right. Suppose if your request is HTTP request, then what we need to do, we need to enable HTTP protocol on port number 80, guys, port number 80, right. To access, right, if you want to send HTTP request from outside, then we need to enable this HTTP protocol on port number 80, right. If you want secure HTTP requests, if you want to send HTTP request, secure HTTP request, HTTPS, then we need to enable HTTPS protocol on 443 protocol, 443 port number. So like this, we need to enable in inbound rules, guys, all these things. For Windows, we need to enable RDP protocol on port number 3389. For Linux, we need to enable SSH protocol on 22. Suppose HTTP requests are coming from outside, then we need to enable HTTP protocol, right, on port number 80. HTTPS protocol is request is coming, then we need to enable HTTPS protocol on 443 port number. See, guys, here I'm going to open google.com. So this is what, guys, this is HTTPS request. This is HTTPS request. You see, HTTPS request, right? If you are sending HTTPS request to our virtual machine, then we need to enable this HTTPS protocol on this 443 port number. Suppose if your request is HTTP request, then we need to enable HTTP protocol on port number 80. Right, to connect with the Linux machine, SSH protocol is required, that we need to enable on 22 port number. To connect with the Windows virtual machine, we need RDP. We need, for that we need to enable RDP protocol on 3389. See, guys, we need security groups, we need virtual private cloud, we need elastic block store, we need key pairs, we need EBS. Sorry, this one, AMI. All these 5 are required to create the Linux virtual machines. All these 5 are required to create the Linux virtual machines. AMI stands for Amazon Mission Image Key Pair. You will get combination of public and private key. AWS will store public key and it will provide private key to us. Right? EBS is what? Elastic Block Store. If you want to create the Linux virtual machine, some storage is required to run the operating system. That storage, right, by default will be attached to the EBS. By default will be attached to the EC2 instance. VPC, virtual private network, virtual private cloud. What it will provide? It is providing network. If you want to connect with EC2 virtual machine, right, we need network. That network VPC is providing. Security groups. Here, if you want to handle the traffics, inbound traffic and outbound traffic, then we need this security groups. Clear, guys? Now, anyone have any questions? You can ask now. I'm going to show you practically how to set up all these things: AMIs, key pair, security groups, VPC, and all those things.
So when you say VPC, is it like LAN on our machines?
But private network, guys. Yes. By default, you will get the network. And if you want to use, you can use that. Otherwise, you can create a private network also. I will show how to create the private network and all.
So by default, we will get 1 GB when we'll create virtual machine, and we can extend up to 8 GB.
Which one, madam?
Linux virtual machine. By default time of creation, we will get by default 1, but we can increase up to 8 GB.
1 GB you are talking about the T2.micro?
Yeah, the which one you have showed in the initially actually.
Let's see here. If you want to run your operating system, some storage is required. Okay, this root volume is different, madam. That is different. This root volume is different. In this root volume, only operating system also you are going to get. Whatever the root volume is attaching, you are talking about instance type. That instance type is different and root volume is different. Both are different. And in that instance type, right, suppose if you want, you can store some additional data. Suppose your personal data you can store, and all those things you can store in that instance type. Right, you are getting T2.micro 1 GB right there. And here, this root volume means, and by default, it will be attached to that EC2 instance. Suppose if you terminate that EC2 instance, automatically this default, whatever it is attaching to that EC2 instance, that root volume also will gone. You can't able to store any personal data inside this. That personal data also will gone. Whenever
whatever software we install,
everything will gone. We are terminating the EC2 instance means everything will gone.
No, I mean, I'm saying like if I install any software, will it go to EB2 or will it go to the 1 GB that we get when we create the instance?
No. Here, whatever the software.
I'm installing Tomcat.
Yeah. So those things, we are taking, right? So here, that T2.micro, whatever we are getting 1 GB, we will use that space to run the softwares. If you want to run any softwares, we require some space, we require some memory. And for that purpose, we will use that. That is kind of RAM we are going to get. And here storages are different. Here storage means if you want to store any personal data, right? Suppose databases is there. What is the purpose of database? To store some personal data, right? To store any data, we will use the databases. At the same time, if you want to run any softwares, we require some space. Right? The T2.micro, T2.medium, all those things we will use to run the softwares.
So this EBS is purely for operating system, you're saying?
Right? Here, whatever attaching in that operating system also will come. In that only operating system is available. So now If you add any data inside if you want, you can store. If you want, you can store inside that default volume. But there is no use. Whenever you have terminated your EC2 instance, at that time, that default root volume also will be terminated. So whatever you are storing, you will lose that data. So that's why we are going for additional volumes. Additional volumes we will attach. How to create the additional volumes, how to attach the additional volumes, I will discuss. Additional volumes are nothing but you will connect pen drives to your laptop. You will connect hard disk to your laptop. You can store the data inside the hard disk. That is permanent storage. Right? So tomorrow, if you want to format your system, your data safe in that hard disk. Right? Once your system is formatted, again you can connect the hard disk and you can store the data into your system. Same here also, we need to attach some additional volumes. In that additional volumes, we need to store the data. Right? If you store in this default root volume, right, whenever you terminate the mission, automatically this default root volume also will be terminated. Then you will lose your data. Right? Why they are giving this default root volume is just for operating system purpose. Here we are getting operating system in that default root volume only.
So every time when we start the instance, they recreate this again.
No.
Like you said.
Whenever you whenever you launch the instance, here two things, guys. Launching is different, stopping is different, terminating is different. When you stop the instance, at that time, that root volume will not be terminated. Whenever you terminated the instance, at that time only, root volume will be terminated.
Oh, terminate mission. Totally
completely you are deleting the mission.
Okay.
So then this EBS is the additional block storage. No? That will not get terminated even we...
No. Right here, whatever the additional volume you are attaching, that we can detach. Right? See, suppose we are connecting to the pen drive, your laptop, you are storing some data. After that, you are detaching the pen drive or not? Same way here, whatever the additional volumes we are creating, we will attach to that EC2 instance and we will store the data inside that additional volume. After that, we will detach that that additional volume from that EC2 instance. It's same that whatever the additional volume is available, whatever the data you store, right, that additional volume you can attach to some other laptop, some other EC2 instance, and you can store the data into other EC2 instances also. I will show all these things.
One question.
Yeah.
One question on key pair. So what I noticed, so I have two laptops. So I log in and created in one laptop. Using my AWS account, I created an instance. Then I got the key that I saved in my folders. Okay. And then from other machine, I'm trying to, use the Git, the terminal, and I'm trying to connect, but the key is not there in that other laptop. So I went into the AWS login, and I tried to download the key. I couldn't download it. When I click on that, it's not doing anything. So is it like key get download only when you create the instance, like launch the instance?
No,
and then you just
not like that. And here, before creating the instance also, you can create one key pair and you can keep in your system. Right? So later at the time of creating instance, it will ask you, do you want to create the new key pair or already you have any key pair, you will use that. Right? Here what we are going to do, right? So right, before creating the EC2 instance only separately, I'm going to create the key pair and I will store that key pair in my laptop. Right. Later,
but you're using other laptop to connect.
Other laptop,
you're not using the same.
Right. No. If you want, one minute. If you want to connect with the EC2 instance, right, wherever you have saved that key, from that location only you can able to connect. Why? Because right, you are giving that SSH, right? SSH command you will give, right? In that SSH command, we have the public key. Whenever you try to connect from that private key location, AWS will compare both keys are matching or not. If both keys are matching, then only it will give the access. Otherwise, it won't give the access.
Okay. So when I log into my AWS account and go to that instance, there I see that key, right?
Yes,
in the
that's a command
properties.
you will see, right, when you click on connect.
Yes. When you click on connect, you see the key also there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that key is the public key. Right. So
But when I try to download that key into the other machine by going into that profile, I'm not able to.
No, how you can download? Already you have created that EC2 instance, right? How you can able to download from there? You can't.
Oh, so you're saying very first time when I created on the other laptop, there only I will have that key.
Yeah, from there, there only.
Then I have to copy it in my flash drive and put it.
Yeah, you have to copy into. Yeah, you need to do like that.
Okay. That's what I was trying to download it.
You need to copy that key and you need to use that key.
So there is no way I can go into my.
Yeah, again you can't able to download.
That's what my question. Okay. So, I tried that, couldn't do it. So thank you. That helps.
Yeah. Now we will see how to create the EC2 instances.
So is that any way to download it again in another system?
No, we can't. That's why.
That's what I asked.
The same question he is asking, right? So we don't have any option to download. Just we have the option to create at the beginning only.
So only option is we can copy and then we can use it.
If you want to use in other machine, just you need to copy that key into other machine. From there, you can able to connect.
Yes.
See guys, here EC2, go to EC2. See guys, here in dashboard, you can able to see total how many key pairs are available. Total how many key pairs are available. How many instances are available. All those things you can see. See guys, here you can see that instances, how many running instances are available, how many total instances are available, how many volumes are created, how many dedicated hosts are available, how many key pairs are available, how many security groups are available, how many elastic IPs are available, how many load balancers are created, how many snapshots are created, everything you can see. See guys, total instances, 6 instances are available. Here you have 16 instances means, right, minimum 6 volumes also will be available. Right, for each and every instance, one default volume will be attached, right? For each and every instance, one default volume will be attached. Right, here if you have 6 instances means minimum 6 volumes will be available at here. Right, key pairs, 5 key pairs are available in my system. 5 key pairs are available in my system. Security groups, 28 security groups are available in my system. Right? Elastic IPs, I don't have any elastic IPs. Load balancers, okay, I have deleted the load balancers. That's why it is showing 0. Snapshots, 2 snapshots are available. 2 snapshots are available in my system. 28 security groups are available in my system. 5 key pairs are available in my system. 6 volumes are available. 6 instances are available. Here if you add any additional volume, this count will be increased. But here total 6 instances are there, so compulsory 6 volumes should be available at here.
Are these physical volume or logical?
No, logical only. Here everything is logical only.
Okay.
Okay guys, now we are going to create instance. How you will create the instance? See here we have option launch instance option is available. Click on this. Click on this launch instance. Here click on this launch instance. Right, first I am going to create Windows virtual machine. First I am going to create Windows virtual machine.
Some guest will be coming to your house.
My house, no. So not it here. See guys, here launch instance, launch an instance. See guys, Amazon EC2 allows you to create virtual machines or instances that runs on the AWS cloud. Amazon EC2 allows you to create virtual machines or instances that run on the AWS cloud. Okay, right here it is asking to give the virtual machine name. Virtual machine name I am going to give here Windows virtual machine. Windows virtual machine, Windows VM. Windows VM I am giving as the name. This is the name of my virtual machine. Right. So next guys, for creating the virtual machine, first what we required? We required AMI. Amazon Mission Image is required. Amazon Mission Image is required. See guys, all these are the images. All these are the images guys. See, Amazon Linux image, Mac OS image, Ubuntu image, Windows image, Red Hat image. All these are the images which we have. All these are the images. Right, this is template guys. Image is nothing but a template. To create the Linux, to create any virtual machine, we need to choose corresponding image. We need to choose corresponding image. Here we can create our own images also. We can create our own images also. I will show you how to create our own images. Custom images also we can create. Custom images also we can create. Now which virtual machine I am going to create? Windows virtual machine. If you want to create Windows virtual machine, we need Windows AMI. See guys, Windows AMI I am going to select. Windows AMI I am going to select here. See guys, Microsoft Windows Server 2022 base. Let's see, by default free tier eligible. Free tier eligible. Now go down guys. Go down. Instance type T2.micro, that is a free tier eligible one. And by default you will get the T2.micro. Okay, so now here key pair guys. Now here key pair is there. See guys, here it is asking, do you want a new key pair or you are going to use existing key pair? It is asking, do you want a new key pair or you are going to use existing key pair only? It is asking. 1 minute guys, first I will show that one. Let me come back. See guys, I want to create one key pair. For that, we need to go to network and security. Under this network and security, we have key pairs option. Under this network and security, we have key pairs option. Click on this key pairs. See, I'm not yet created that Windows virtual machine. Right? Before that only I'm creating the key pair. You can use this key pair for Windows virtual machine or Linux virtual machine. You can use for any machine this key pair. One key pair you can use for any number of virtual machines. And for each and every mission, separate key pair is not required. If you have one key pair, that key pair only you can use for all virtual machines also. See guys, these are the key pairs which I have. Right? I don't want all these things. I'm going to delete all these skins. Only one thing I will use, my Linux key pair. Why? Because I'm using this one for other machines. That's why apart that I'm going to delete all. Actions, delete. Key pairs are not chargeable guys. You can create any number of key pairs. These are not chargeable. See guys, I have only one key pair. Currently I have only one key pair. Now I want to create other key pair guys. See here we have the option to create the key pair. Click on create key pair. See here it is asking to give the name of the key pair. See guys, the name can include up to 255 ASCII characters. It cannot include leading or trailing spaces. Spaces are not allowed guys. Here up to 255 ASCII characters we can give in the key pair. See here I'm going to give Windows key pair. Windows key pair I am giving. Windows key pair I am giving as the name. Windows key pair I am giving as the name guys. Here key pair type I am selecting RSA. RSA I am selecting as the key pair name. See guys, private key file format. .pema.ppk. For use with OpenSSH, PEM is required. For use with SSH guys, SSH if you want to use, PEM is required. Suppose PPK through putty if you want to connect. If you want to connect with the putty, then this .ppk file is required. If you want to connect with the putty, compulsory, we need to convert PEM file into ppk. Even if you have the PEM file in your system, we need to convert that PEM file as the ppk file to connect with the Linux machine by using putty. Right now, I am choosing PEM only. Right? PEM, even if you have PEM file, you can convert, you can create a ppk file from that. No issue. Okay. Next here.
Sir, the Git we are using, that is a one type of putty only.
No, those are the client softwares, madam. To connect with EC2 virtual machines, we have so many client softwares are available. Git bash is there, putty is there, mobixstream is there, anything we can use. Anything you can use as your wish. Whichever is convenient for you, comfortable for you, that you can use.
So why you selecting PEM right?
And if you select PEM file, it will helpful for all. Here ppk means from, if you have the PEM, right, from that PEM you can create ppk again. If you want to connect with the putty, at that time only we will use this ppk. To connect through putty, at that time only we will use ppk. Right? Even if you have the PEM file, from that PEM file we can create the ppk to connect from putty. That's why whatever commonly used one, that PEM file I'm selecting.
So is putty not SSH?
Putty?
Putty doesn't use SSH protocol?
Yeah, it's using.
It using. Putty also use SSH only, but there it is expecting ppk file, it will expect. So that ppk file we need to provide there.
Got it.
Okay. Here, tags. If you want to add any tags, you can add it. Otherwise, leave it. Not a problem. See guys, here what I have given. Just I have given the key pair name. Here, type, private key type I have selected. Key pair, right? Key pair type, private key types only we need to select. That's it. Click on create key pair. See guys, it is downloading. Windows keypair.pem is downloaded. It is downloaded in your downloads folder. It is downloaded in your downloads folder, guys. See, my Linux key pair is created. My Linux key pair is created. Same, I want to create one minute. Windows, right? Okay, Windows. This is second one is created. Now I want to create Linux key pair also. Right, the Linux key pair also I want to create. Linux key pair. Linux key pair. Right, PEM only I'm choosing. Right, create Linux key pair. Guys, Linux key pair is downloading. Fine. Key pairs are ready. Key pairs are ready, guys. Now what I am going to do? Go to instances. Launch instance. Click on this launch instance. See here, I am going to give the name for the instance, Windows Virtual Machine. Windows Virtual Machine. Windows Virtual Machine. Right here, we need to choose the AMI first. We need to choose the AMI. Right, it is loading still. Right here I am selecting this Windows AMI. Windows AMI I am selecting. Right, next instance type t2.micro. Instance type t2.micro. Right here key pair. Key pair, guys. If you want to create a new key pair, from here you can able to create. Here we have the option. Create a new key pair. Here we have the option to create the new key pair. Right, otherwise, right, if you want to choose existing key pairs only, right, in this drop down, click on this drop down, it will show all existing key pairs. See guys, just now I have created Windows key pair and Linux key pair. Both it is showing here. Windows key pair and Linux key pair I have created. Now I am going to use Windows key pair. Windows key pair I am going to choose. Right, next here, network settings, guys. Network settings. Right here, it is asking, do you want to create the new security group or you want to go with existing security group? It is asking. See guys, creating new security group or selecting existing security groups. Right, in my system 25 security groups are available already. If you want, you can choose any one of that security group. Otherwise, you can create new security group. You no need to create. If you select this one, by default it will create one security group for us. If you select this one, by default it is creating one security group for us. See guys, we will create a new security group called launch-wizard-24. With this name, one new security group is creating. Whenever you selected this option, with this name, one new security group is creating. If you select this one, see again drop down came. In this drop down, all available 25 security groups it is showing. See guys, these are the key pairs, 25 key pairs which have, and we can select any one from here. You can select anyone from here. Okay, right? How to create custom security group I will show. Right? For time being, I am going to choose first option. Create security group. First option I am choosing time being. Right? Create security group. Okay.
Why the number is 24? Is it your 24 instance?
Yeah, it is 24 instance. Already 23 is available. This is the 24th one.
Okay.
Okay. See guys, just now I told, right? Whenever you are creating the EC2 instance, if it is Windows, automatically 30 GB EBS volume will be attached. Root volume, this name we will call it as root volume. Root volume guys. See, free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB EBS general purpose or magnetic storage. 30 GB you will get. 30 GB storage is attached. This is the Windows, that's why 30 GB you are getting. Suppose if you are going to create Linux here, you will get 8 only. 8 only you will get it here. Okay. Now click on this launch instance. My instance is launching. Please wait. Success. Instance is created. Go to here. See guys, Windows virtual machine is created. Instance ID, instance type t2.micro, availability zone AP South 1A, instance state running, right? Next, this is the public DNS, right? Public IP, key pair name, Windows key I have used for this, Windows key pair I have used for this. See guys, like this, security groups, launch wizard 24, launch wizard 24 is the security group name. And everything you can see it here, all the details you can see it here. So this is Windows virtual machine. Windows virtual machine is created. Okay guys, now I want to connect with this Windows virtual machine. I want to connect. See guys, physically these machines are not available. You can't able to see physically, but you can connect with this machine and you can perform the operations. If you want to connect the Windows virtual machine, what we required RDP protocol. See guys, RDP is required. Remote desktop. RDP means remote desktop. See guys, remote desktop connection. Go to here. I want to connect with this.
I created one Windows VM, but it is not showing me in the instances.
Here it is not showing.
Everything gone. Yeah, everything gone. I followed you, but I don't know why it's not showing up. Even I'm checking my instances, it's still showing my old instance Linux there. It's not showing. Okay, I'll try once again. Okay. So I will need to recreate, right? But I could able to download Windows Keeper, everything, but I don't know, it's not showing up.
We'll see.
Check if you have anything filtered. Maybe you're checking all the
No. Actually, if you check on instances, right, it will show you at least how many instances, right?
No.
Still showing if I go
So here
to
any
EC2
filters are
dashboard
added,
also.
please check it once.
Recording in progress.
Here any filters are added, please check it once.
Mm,
Based on that filters only it will show.
no filter. No, I understand that, but if you go to EC2 dashboard also, it will show, right, how many instances you have.
Yeah, here it is showing, right?
Yeah. So it is showing me one only, my old one, which I created Linux. But just now I created Windows. I don't know why it's not. Maybe it's not created or what. I don't know. But I followed you to create that. I don't know.
Please check it
I'll
once
do
again.
it
If
again.
not, we will.
Yeah.
I will show you once again.
Yeah.
So now here, here remote desktop. From here, I want to connect. For that, what we need to do here? Public DNS name it is showing, right? Copy this DNS name. Copy this DNS name. Right, to go to here. Paste the DNS name at here. Paste the DNS name here. Paste that DNS name. Right, click on connect. Click on connect. And here what it is asking. Minute. I'm back. See guys. Okay. Here this is the easy Windows machine which we created. Right guys. Before that, one thing I want to show. Select this Windows machine. Click on this connect option, guys. 1 minute. Click on this connect option. Right here, why I came back to here means it is asking password, right? So that's why I came back to here. See. Here, this is the public DNS name. This is the computer name which we need to use. Username, what it is showing? Username administrator it is showing. Username administrator it is showing. Right here, password is available. Here, password is available. No, password is not available. Then what we need to do? We need to get the password. How you will get the password? Click on this get password. Click on this get password. Here, we need to choose the key file. Key guys, whatever we downloaded, right? PEM key. That key we need to download here. Choose a file. Choose a file. See here, what we have downloaded. Go to downloads. And this is the line Windows keypad. Windows keypad. Open this. Open this. See guys, right? With this, password will be generated. Click on decrypt password. This is the password, guys. You need to copy this password and you need to give there. Understood, guys? How to get the password? How to get the password? Right, beside this password, you will get the get password button. Click on that. It will ask you to download to upload that key pair. We have downloaded one key pair in download folder. We need to take that key pair and click on decrypt button. Right, password will be generated. Password will be generated. This password we need to give there. This password only we need to give there, guys. Right here, username is administrator. Public DNS is the computer name. Public DNS is the computer name. Administrator is the username. Password also ready. Now we can able to connect with that. Now we can able to connect. Take this password, guys. Take this password. And I'm going to keep here. And what is the username? Administrator use the username. This is the username. Right. So this is the public DNS. This is the computer name. This is the computer name. So these three things are required, guys. These three things are required. Okay.
Can you repeat this step where I can get the username password again?
Username you need to create. Username already available. Password you need to create.
Yeah, but username, what is that username?
Administrator. Select this instance. Select this instance. Click on this connect button. Click on this connect button. See here you will get like this. This page you will get. Right here public DNS name we need to use as the computer name. Right, username by default it is available, that is administrator. Password we don't have here. We need to generate the password. How you will generate? Click on this get password button. See here we need to choose the key pair. We have downloaded PEM key, right? That PEM key we need to choose here. Click on this choose file. Here in download folder PEM key is available, Windows key pair. Select this one. Click on open. Right, this is the PEM key, guys. Here, right, this code is generated. Just click on this decrypt password. See, like this, you will get the password.
So what that option download more desktop?
PEM key, we have downloaded PEM key, right, key pair. At the time of before creating the EC2 instance, I have created the key pair. So that key pair we need to choose here. Based on that key pair only password will be generated.
No, download remote desktop file actually.
This is something different. This is same here. So same here we are searching RDP and from there we are going. Here if you click on that, it is same thing, it is coming here.
So we just need to enter that password.
Yeah, whatever the password we generated, just we need to enter that password. How to generate the password is clear?
Yes.
Right, now I'm going to connect with that. Now I'm going to connect with that mission. Right, to connect with that mission, what we need to do? We need to open remote desktop. We need to open remote desktop to connect with that mission. Where I have given these details. Okay, once again I will give computer name. Computer name is this one we need to give. Right, guys. Now what we need to do, go to here, this name I'm going to give computer name, means copy, here give this name, click on connect. Username, what we need to give, administrator we need to give as the username. Password we need to give this one. Password I have given. And click on OK. See guys, so you are going to get desktop here. Please wait 1 minute, is loading. See guys, nothing is there in this desktop. See, one desktop is created. One desktop is created. So this is the machine, guys. This is the virtual machine, Windows virtual machine, which we have created. Right guys, here you can go to, you can click on this, here you can see how much space. Click on this PC, nothing is there, nothing here. See guys, see here how much space you are getting, 30 GB, 29.9 GB means 30 GB space you are getting, 30 GB space you are getting. Already some of the softwares, operating system, some of the softwares are installed. That's why 14.8 GB is free out of 30 GB. 14.8 GB is free out of 30 GB. Right, for Windows machine by default we are getting 30 GB space guys. 30 GB storage we are getting by default for Windows machine. Nothing is there, guys. Just we have created one Windows Linux machine. Right, like this we can connect and we can work with this machine. Now we can work at here. See guys, for you guys, here still it is taking time. I don't know, network is very slow. See guys, here right side corner you will get the details guys. Here you will get all the details. Here what is instance ID, what is the IP address, what is the private IP address, what is the public IP address, what is the instance state, what is the instance t2.microna, what you have selected, right? So everything details you will get it here. Right side corner you will get guys. Here it is still loading due to network issue. See guys, here you will get right side corner, all the details you will get it here.
I can share the screen.
Right here, see guys, here what I am going to do, here I am going to create some files. Here you can work guys. Here you can create some files. Here I am creating some sample.txt file. Sample.txt file I am creating. Right. So here you can work guys. Whatever the operations you want to perform, you can work at here. We connected with that Windows virtual machine. See, in that Windows virtual machine only I have created sample.txt file. Where I have created sample.txt in Windows machine. In Windows virtual machine I have created. In a not my laptop guys. Not my laptop. Inside Windows virtual machine I have created sample.txt file. Inside that sample.txt file you can type. So this is sample text file. This is sample text file. Save it. Right, close. See guys, if you minimize this, this is my computer. This is my computer, guys. This is my computer. Let's see here. If you go to here, see guys, this is the Linux Windows virtual machine which we created. This is the virtual machine which we created, and this is my computer. This is not my desktop. This is not my desktop. This is the virtual machine desktop. See, this is my desktop. Okay. Okay, guys. Like this, we can create Windows virtual machine. Right? We can minimize, we can maximize, we can close all the options. We have it here. Only recycle bin is there. Right? Apart that, nothing is available at here. Right?
You can download your software also as per
Right.
our
Here you can download all. Here you can do all the operations. Here Edge also available. Open this Edge and you can do whatever you want. Okay. So like this we can connect, and we can, like this we can create and we can connect, guys.
So for the internet connection, we are using VPC, you said, right?
Default. We didn't create it, right? We didn't create any custom one. That I will show how to create a custom VPC. Separate. That very important topic is there. VPCs. There I will show how to create the custom VPC. Here we are using default one only. How we are using default security group? Same way VPC also we are using default one only. See guys, I'm going to close this. Your remote session will be disconnected. Okay. Okay. Now I came back to my mission. See here, let me show once again. Here VPC, how default VPC will come. Let me show. Click on launch instance. See guys, I'm going to create Linux virtual machine. Linux virtual machine I'm going to create. Linux VM. Linux virtual machine I'm going to create. See, for Linux virtual machine I'm going to select Amazon Linux image. Amazon Linux image I'm going to select. Right? For this T2.micro only. T2.micro instance type. T2.micro key pair I'm going to choose. Already I have created Linux key pair also, right? I'm using that Linux key pair. Right? Next here, network settings, guys. Here security group, right? I'm going to choose existing security group. Already I have, right? Whatever you want, you can choose. You can go with the create new security group. See guys, the number got changed. Now it is 25. 25 guys. Create security group like this. Right? Security groups. See guys, here you can see network guys. Default VPC is generated. Default VPC is generated at here. Right? If you want, you can choose your own VPC also. If you want, you can choose your own VPC also. Here edit option is there. Click on this edit option. It will ask you to choose the custom VPC. Now as of now I don't have any custom VPCs. Count is 0. That's why I'm not going to there. The default VPC only I'm using. Right, we have separate topic is there VPC. There we will discuss how to create the custom VPCs and how to use the custom VPC. For time being, I'm using default VPC only. At the time of creating EC2 instance, one default network you will get. That default network only I'm using it here. Security group also. See guys, I will go with select existing security group. Right here, go to drop down. Right here, I have my security group is there. I have created that. See guys, this is the custom security group I have created. Let's select this my security group. See guys, I'm using my security group and I'm using default VPC. My security group I'm using and I'm using default security group, default VPC. Go down. See guys, Linux. Which machine I'm creating? Linux virtual machine. That's why you are getting 8 GB. 8 GB storage you are getting. Linux virtual machine. That's why 8 GB you are getting. Right, go down. Right, nothing is there. Click on launch. See guys, here what we have given. First we have given the name of the virtual machine. We have selected AMI. next instance type t2.micro, next key pair, right, already existing key pair only we have selected. Next here network setting, default VPC I took, and security group, right, existing security group I have selected. Here default storage 8 GB we are getting it here, right. Right now click on launch instance. So this is Linux mission, guys. Linux mission is created. Go to here, click on that. See guys, Linux virtual machine is created. Linux virtual machine. See, instance ID, instance type, availability zone, instance state running. Right now here public DNS, and public IP, key pair, Linux key pair I'm using. Linux key pair I'm using. Right, security group. See, this is my security group. I have created my own security group. That custom security group I'm using it here. That custom security group I'm using it here. And if you go down, right, what inbound rules are configured inside that you can see. See, my security group I'm using. Click on this. You will get security groups page. This is the security groups page, right? See, this is the my security group. And my security group. See guys, here inbound rules and outbound rules are available. Inbound rules and outbound rules are available. Click on this inbound rules. Click on this inbound rules and go down. See guys, how many things I have configured. Right, SSH, right, HTTP. See guys, 9000 port. 9000 port. This is for what, guys? 9000 is for what? Abdul? Abdul, are you there? 1 minute. Let me. Yeah.
Sorry, you. I was not. I was on mute.
Now okay. Now I can hear you. Tell me. What is this 9000?
That's the port. Right?
Which port?
Port for TCP.
And you are attending for evening classes also, right? DevOps class.
Jenkins
9000 na. Jenkins is running on 8080 port, man.
No, 9000.
For evening DevOps classes, I'm using this security group. This security group only, right? So 9000 Sonar server is running on this 9000.
Yeah.
Sonar cube is running on this 9000 port. Right here, 8080 means Jenkins is running on this port. Jenkins is running on 8080. 9000 means Sonar cube is running. Okay. So like this, whatever you are using, all the ports you need to enable in the security groups. Right. I will get the request. My instance is getting request from the Sonar. Right. Sonar will run on 9000 port. That's why we need to enable that port. Right here, my system is getting the request 8080, right, for Jenkins. Jenkins is installed in my machine. Right, for that Jenkins, I'm getting the request from outside. So we need to enable 8080 port. HTTP 80 port we need to enable. For SSH 22, like that, ports are enabled at here. Okay. So this is the Linux virtual machine. Right, this is the Linux virtual machine. For that Linux virtual machine, we are using my security group, my custom security group I am using. Right, you can create your custom security group. See here, we have the option to create the security group. Click on the security group. Here, right, we need to give the name of the security group, description, VPC. If you have any VPC, existing VPC, you can choose that. Otherwise, default VPC only you can use it. Inbound rules. What inbound rules you want to add? What inbound rules you want to add? SSH. Right, SSH is the mandatory. SSH is the mandatory. Through that SSH only you can able to connect. Right, that's SSH we need to enable. Next, right, if you want to add any other thing, TCP, right, HTTPS, right, RDP, like that, whatever you want, all those things you can configure it here. See guys, for now we don't have anything. For now we don't have anything. See, there is no inbound rules. Even we don't have SSH also. We don't have even SSH also at here. By right, without having anything, can you able to connect? Without having SSH, can you able to connect with the Linux machine? We can't able to connect. We can't able to connect. See guys, I will do one thing. Here, I'm going to creating sample security group. I am creating sample security group. I am creating it here. I'm not giving any inbound rules. I'm not giving any inbound rules. Right click on create security group. Okay, description, give same thing. Okay, now go down and create security group. Security group is created. Security group is created. Fine. Now go back to the instances. Go back to the instances. Let me create one instance. Launch instance. Launch instance. Guys, in that security group, there is no inbound rules. Even SSH also not available. Without SSH, right, are you able to connect with the EC2 instance, Linux virtual machine or not? We'll see. Here, I'm giving the name as, I'm giving sample VM. Sample VM I'm giving. Sample VM. Right, Amazon Linux image I have selected. Amazon image Linux I have selected. Right, instance type d2.micro. Key pair, I'm going to use Linux key pair. Linux key pair I'm using. Come down here, security group. I'm going to select sample security group. Whatever I have created just now, I'm going to use that. Sample security group which I created. Select this one, sample security group. Okay, now launch instance. And instance is created. Instance is created. Guys, we don't have any inbound rules inside that. We don't have any inbound rules. So my instance can't able to allow any traffic. And here even you are not able to connect with that instance also without having SSH. See guys, first initially it is in pending state. It will come to a running state. Sample VM we have created. Right, meanwhile, let me open git bash also. Right, from git bash I'm going to connect cd downloads. So why I am going to this downloads folder, guys? In this downloads folder only that key pair is available. PEM file, wherever PEM file is there, from that location only you can able to connect. Right, that key file is available in this downloads folder. That's why I'm going to downloads. You can save in any other folder, but you need to go to that location. Wherever you are saving, you need to go to that location. In my system, inside the downloads folder, that PEM key is available. That's why I'm going to downloads folder.
So that PEM key is the private key, right? And
yeah, private key. Where that private key is available in your system, from that location only you can able to connect.
Yeah.
Right. So now here what we need to do. Okay. Now it is in running condition. Click on the connect button. See, SSH is generated. See guys, this is the public one. Now AWS will compare this one and in downloads folder, whatever we have, both are matching or not. If both are matched, then only connection will be established. Let me copy this. See guys, SSH is required, but SSH protocol is not enabled in the inbound roles. Go to here, paste that. You can't able to connect. Why? Because there is no SSH. There is no SSH, guys. Inside the security group, that you need to enable that SSH, but we don't have that.
I think we remember that.
See guys, it failed.
When
it failed. Connected.
Actually, initially, which we created that Amazon Linux machine, right? There we are able to connect. I think we have not done this SSH.
No. 1 minute. Let me come to there. Whenever you are choosing create a security group, one default security group will be created, right? In that default security group, by default, you will get this SSH. In the default security group, by default, you will get the SSH. But here, wantedly, we have created one security group and we are not configuring the SSH. That's why it is not connecting. See guys, connection to this mission, right, on port number 22, connection timeout we are getting. Now, let me wait. Guys, let me configure that 22 port. See guys, go to this sample security group. Go to sample security group. Here I will configure that SSH. Guys, in default security group, by default that SSH is enabled. You guys no need to do anything. Go to inbound rules. Go to inbound rules. Here click on edit inbound rules. Add rule. Click on add rule. Here what we need to give? Here we need to give port number is 22. Port number 22 we are giving it here. Port number 22 we are giving. Let's see here. Anywhere IPv4. IPv4 anywhere. Let a type SSH I am going to select. Type SSH I am going to select here. See guys, whenever you have selected SSH, automatically you will get this port number. Whenever you have selected SSH, automatically you will get port number. See, from any mission, right, IP address 000. Suppose here if you give any specific IP, from that mission only you can able to connect. Here 000 anywhere IPv4, right? IPs are two types guys. IPv4, IPv6. See, IPv4 IPs, IPv6 IPs. From any IPv4 missions, any IPs, right? I need to give the access guys. Any IPs. Here if you give the IP address, only from that mission only you can able to connect. Okay. So now see guys, I have enabled this rule, right? Save rule. Save rule. Right, rule is saved. Now go to here. Right, this is the same SSH guys. Enter. Connected. Yes. 1 minute. 1 minute. What happened? South one permission denied. Why? Linux VM only, right? Sample VM, right? Permission denied. Why? Public key space. Public IP is available. Port number 22. Sample security group enabled this one. And what is the problem? Go to downloads. Here where we have that Linux key pair. Okay, multiple we have with same name. 1 minute. No problem. 2, right? what we have chosen here. Linux key pair 1. Linux key pair. 1 minute guys. Let me delete all these things. Linux key pairs. Okay, I have deleted all. I'm going to terminate this. Once again, I will create instance. Give me 1 minute. Right, create one more time. Launch instance. And here I'm giving sample VM, and here select the image, right, Amazon Linux I'm selecting, go down, right, t2.micro instance type, key pair I'm going to choose my Linux key pair. I'm choosing anything, any key pair you can select. One key pair you can use for multiple missions also, right. Come down here, select existing security group only I want to choose. Here which one I want to use, same. Now we have created one sample security group, right, that one only I'm going to use. There we have added SSH, right, sample security group I'm using. Now go down at 8 GB launch instance, right, click on this instance. Still it is in pending. See guys, here security group, sample security group came at inbound rules. The 22 port is enabled here. The 22 port is enabled, source from anywhere. Running. Now connect. Copy this. Go to here, paste here. Yes. See guys, now you have connected with that same sample security group only I have used. Now 1 minute. Exit. Now go to there. Go to security groups. Click on security group. I'm going to removing that SSH. I'm going to delete that SSH rule. If you want to connect with that Linux machine, this SSH is mandatory. See here, let me go to inbound rules. Here, edit inbound rules. We have added this SSH, right? I am deleting this SSH. Right, save rule. Right, it is deleted. Now go to here. Again, try to connect with that machine. See guys, you can't able to connect. Understood? That SSH is mandatory to connect guys. Here we have connected. See, easy to user. We have connected here. Here we have connected. Easy to user. Now here we can't able to connect. Timeout. Why we are not able to connect? SSH is not available. If you want connect, that SSH is compulsory. You need to add that rule. Okay. Fine guys. Practice up to here. Right, in next session I will show right how to connect using putty, how to connect using mobile stream. Right, those two things also I will show in next session. Okay.
So one question. Initially, when we have to start a Linux practice, that time we have created instance using the traditional method,
Yeah.
and this time is something different method.
The interface got changed, madam. Earlier, that is different interface. Now interface got changed. See here, when we go that, when you click on this launch instance, right, few days they have given that option also. People are habituated that old format, right? That's why for few days they have given, if you want up to old format, click on this, right? Then you will get old format. Right now that option is not coming. Maybe they have removed that.
Yeah, therefore I was getting confused right now because that time we have to select each and everything.
Yeah. But same, but interface got changed. Earlier here only we got one button. If you want opt to old format, click on this button like that. We have the option earlier. Now they have removed that. AWS team removed that one. We don't have. It is not showing that option here. Same, but the format is that only interface got changed. Steps are same, nothing.
So I'll practice today some question. How can I ping? Because I was just concentrating on the classes. So I didn't.
Practice it and practice in Telegram. Just drop a message.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Anyway, today and tomorrow I'm available only. Saturday, Sunday, right? Right. So practice and send the if any issues are there, put in the Telegram group. I will respond.
Okay. Sir.
Okay. Thank you guys.
No,
Please.
tomorrow we don't have class, right?
Tomorrow we don't have class. Next class is on Monday.
Okay. So just one question. So actually, after replacing my, I could able to see that Windows machine. When I check that, it's saying that public IPv4 DNS is something that which we are connecting, but public IPv4 is saying 65.2.182.63. So that means it only allow to my machine only, right? To connect.
I'm not getting. Repeat once again.
So when I check the Windows machine, right? This public IPv4 is mentioned as 65.2.
Don't choose that public IP. DNS name is there, right? Select the DNS name.
Yeah, so that means it only allows currently to my machine only, right?
Yeah, correct.
Local machine.
Correct.
So if it is 00, then it will allow every machine mostly, right?
Yeah, correct. So in Linux here, in security groups, we are using 00 means, right? It should allow all the machines. Here, if you give like this IP address means only from that machine only you can able to access.
Right.
Guys, once your work is completed, once your practice done, please stop the instances. To avoid the billing, please stop the instances. Don't forget to stop the instances. Otherwise, unnecessarily bill will generate. See, 3 missions continuously running 24 hour means. See how much time will complete. 24 into 3. 72 hours will get complete per one day. That's why once your practice is done, please stop the missions. Okay. Thank you guys. We will connect in next session. Monday we will connect. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.